your very first cards, this does not serve you. This situation, for some of you, if this resonates, the situation is not serving you. Release any attachment to the outcome and consider taking a more uplifting approach. So that is intellect, right? So again, they had me say all that about wisdom and intellect taking sort of priority because they're really speaking to your intellect. So the reason that they would say this to anyone would indicate that for some of you, you might be frustrated. There might be some frustrations going on. And they're saying that the situation as it is does not serve you. So with the emotion and the feelings of frustration, they're inviting you to bring in the intellect to recognize that this doesn't serve you, this is not good for you, and to consider taking a more uplifting approach. Try a different approach. They use the word uplifting, try a different approach. So it could be that maybe you have not been getting along with somebody, just for an example, and there might have been some fighting going on. And he said and she said, or he said and he said, there's just maybe some fighting going on. And so they're inviting you to consider a more uplifting, more positive approach to trying to resolve the situation. So it doesn't necessarily mean that a person isn't serving you. That's not what they said. They said the situation is not serving you. And it could very well be, since they come right round and say try a different approach, it could even be that it's not even so much what the situation is trying to accomplish. That could be fine too. But because they're speaking to a different approach would indicate actually that maybe whatever the situation is sort of valid, or maybe it's a way that it's a process that you're trying to use to accomplish something, and yet maybe someone else disagrees with your idea of how the process should work, and so you're getting into fights about how you're going to do this to get over here. The only thing they're saying that doesn't serve you is in the approach to resolving the situation. And the approach to the situation, that's what's not serving you. It doesn't mean you need to break up with somebody or quit your job or anything major like that. Not necessarily. But there's a better way to handle the situation. And the very next two cards that come up, there's a better way, there's a better way. So you have three cards talking about trying a different approach. There's a better way, there's a better approach. There's a better way to solving the situation for those of you who might be in some kind of a challenge. There's a better way, try a different approach. This one says there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight and dare to be different. Don't hesitate to be different. This is about perspective, and it's from Shamuel. Shamuel is the archangel who helps us find things. And what he's wanting to help you find is a different perspective on how you can go about resolving the situation. This one, because we essentially have an angel sort of upside down, it's finding another way of looking at something, but it feels a bit more spiritual. This one feels kind of spiritual and sort of heartfelt. It's like go into meditation and sort of connect, go into reflection and insight. They're inviting you to go within yourself, connect to your higher self. This feels very soulful in terms of helping you find this better approach, this uplifting, better approach. This one is referring to going sort of within yourself to find the answer on a kind of a soul level. While this one also says there's a better way, this one feels more intellectual. There's a better course of action, right? Try a different approach. There's a better way. There's a better course of action. This one feels more sort of intellectual. There's a better course of action available to you, a different way of trying to resolve this. Working alone may not be the best answer. Look at all the details, look at everything. Working alone may not be the best answer. So one thing they want to say is to maybe find someone else, find maybe a close friend that you could talk to about this to help resolve the situation. They could also be sometimes when this card comes up and they're saying working alone may not be the best answer, that could be in response to some of you wanting to in this battle with this person, and it's frustrating and you're both angry, and as a result of that you may be thinking, fine, I'll just do it myself. This is so frustrating and it's just making me so angry all the time. Just never mind. I'm just going to go do this myself, and then I don't have to deal with this. So it could be some of you thinking that way, like I'll just go do this alone. And so what they're saying is that might not be the best choice. That might not be the best choice. It does not mean stay in essentially a relationship where you're just fighting and everybody's fighting, that and you're fighting. They're still saying to find a solution, but maybe again, with 3 cards talking about a better way, while some of you may be thinking the one way is to go it alone, they're saying there's another way than going it alone. It's actually going to be better if you're some lights were flashing up there. Yeah, so you still might do better working with others, but maybe you want to bring in a new person, or maybe you want to talk to a close friend who loves you and respects you and honors you, and has often some really great advice for you. It will all be better. Look at this. Better, better, better. There's a better way. There's a better choice. There's a better course of action. This will all be better when you just make a decision. This is about over-analyzing a problem and inviting you to find a compromise. Find a compromise. It could be that maybe you bring in a third person. They're showing me, this feels very sort of work-oriented. It feels very, it's got a bit of a corporate feel to it. Whether it's corporate or not, it has that sort of feel to it, where 2 of you are arguing about something, and it's just not getting anywhere. Where each of you maybe has your solid opinion on things, and it's just not going anywhere. And so they're inviting you to, go within, kind of go into for your own higher self insights. Check in with yourself on maybe there's another way, and asking your higher self, show me some other ways. So one way already that they're addressing is if you're thinking, to go it alone, that could be a way. And already Spirit's answering for those of you who might come up with that. It's like, but we're kind of in a time right now on our planet where it's very important that we learn to get along with each other. We really need to stop this divisiveness and get along with each other and help each other out. It's really important. So sort of globally, that's where we're headed. So they're saying, no, maybe years ago that would have worked, but now it's just going to be better, to maybe bring in a third person or an extra person or another person to help with solving and getting a solution to this. It will be better once you make a decision on how you're going to move forward with this, resolving the situation. There's a change in the wind. It's not about, it's not about just any one person anymore. So it could be that you're frustrated trying to work with somebody and all they want to think about is what they want. And you're trying to make things work for everybody. And all they want to do is, they're just in it for themselves. And that would be frustrating. That's not okay. That's not okay. That's not going to work. That's not going to be the win-win. That's not going to work for everybody. And so that could be the frustration that you're experiencing. And so finding another person, finding other people to work with, finding other people to help maybe talk to this person. There's a change in the wind. It's like it's going to get resolved. You will be able to find this better way, is what it looks like. It will be resolved. There's a change in the wind. So, and that too might indicate that this has been going on for some time for some of you. And so it's like, you know what, there's going to be sort of a decision made so that you can move forward in positive ways, uplifting ways that are good for everybody instead of harmful. It's like, so for some of you, this change that's in the wind, it's like, there's a change in the wind. This also deep knowing is also why they're inviting you to go within, because you have a wisdom about you. There's a wisdom about you from your life experiences. You've learned something. You know what to do. You know what you're wanting to do is right, kind of thing. So you have this deep knowing. They're inviting you to trust that and take that with you as you go forward in getting clear and making a decision about how you're going to handle this situation in a better way. And then this card came out. It's time. Tick-tock. And I had a smile when this card came out. The card came out, just went poof, right there on the table, just turned over, flipped up, jumped out, flipped up, laid down just like this. And what I heard was, time waits for no one, was the expression I heard. Time waits for no one. There's a change in the wind. It's time. It's time to go to the edge. So come to the edge. You're ready. You have this deep knowing. You know what you want to create. Don't let any of this kind of struggly stuff, bickering stuff stop you, is what they're saying. Time's not going to wait for this bickering and selfishness. Wow, selfishness. So it could be that this other is just being selfish and you're trying to work with that. It's just very difficult. So there's no more time for that. You know this. You know this. And the change is coming, the change is happening. So if I get the wind, change in the wind, come to the edge, then the wind is just going to lift you off. And as you go, we get this take action, this divine masculine fire energy. It's time to come to the edge, leap, and take some action towards the uplifting approaches to what it is that you're trying to create. It's time to act on your plans in creative ways, creative, beneficial, passionate, with that fire ways, and not letting this bickering and selfishness get in the way anymore. Capricorn, it's really, really powerful. And now it's like they're just wanting to really, it's like they're amplifying this. This energy is now wanting to show me that it's in the center of your reading, and this fire is coming out, like out of you and out into the world. And it's like, doing the right thing, enough with this change, bringing, working together with people in positive ways. And if that's not happening, you're not going to waste another minute on that. There's no more time to waste on that kind of thing. So you're going to be acting upon your plans with creativity. Find your tribe. You're getting two cards talking about working with other people, finding your tribe, and a leg up. This is both of these cards are referring to you being within a tribe and inviting others in, but it's also, it feels more about you working with other people because of this idea that where you might have been thinking that you would go it alone, or there might be some people, you just might feel like you could do it better by yourself or something. And they're saying, no, it's really important that we work together, and you don't have to do it alone. Somebody can give you a leg up. This could also be you giving someone else a leg up. Finding your tribe. Find your people. Find your people who are in line with what you're trying to create, that will be supportive and that will help you, that you can work together with without the bickering. So you can accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. Because it's really important for you guys. It feels like there's a lot of pride in for you guys to do really good work. You want to make sure that whatever you create has this excellence about it, taking pride in your work. And so consider getting additional education, training, practicing, and working with people. This one is coming up here with your tribe and getting a leg up, and maybe looking at an assistant, maybe looking at into working with others who are in line with what it is that you're trying to accomplish, because it's just really important for you guys to have that excellence. This feels like it's coming from you guys. And so this bickering, or people just not agreeing or not working with your level of excellence in what you're wanting to create. Now, when I say create, that could be, when I say create, I don't necessarily mean a creative project, although it could be create within your family life, within your relationships. It could be what you want to create in your work environment. It could be anything at all. So it's just whatever you want to create in any area of your life. You're wanting excellence. Yeah. And so find your people who also want excellence and love what you're doing. They love it too, and you can all work together. Keep an eye out for synchronicities. We're getting a magic in a bottle. So it looks like, now this is your final card. As my readings go, a bit like a story. It's as if you've decided about this, and you've decided a better way. You found a better way. You understand that time is not going to stop for anybody. So you find your people and you start creating, and you just explode with this passion, and it's just so much more fun now that you've made this decision, and it's just so much more fun. And finding your people just amplifies the joy and the excitement and the passion of what you're creating. And you're getting the excellence that you're looking for. And so as this is happening, these magical things can show up for you. A message in a bottle. They could have just said, of all the decks I have, we could have gotten synchronicities, or keep an eye out for synchronicities. This is the one that came out for you guys. The message in a bottle is, the idea that you're walking along the beach and you just find this washed up, from the ocean. You just find this bottle that has a note in it that's for you. That would be a very magical thing to have happen, to just come upon this and just have it there at your feet at the beach. That's the kind of thing that they're saying can be happening for you guys. So keep your awareness high for magical kind of surprises. Things just sort of show up for you. So keep your awareness and your curiosity high. Keep your eye out for a bottle with a note in it. Maybe literally, otherwise some kind of magical thing that has something wonderful for you that you actually don't have to work for. It comes to you. You just find it. You just find something. And that's your final card. Let that be exciting. So keep your awareness up. Know that you do not have to stay in conflict. Do not have to stay in conflict. It's time to stop this conflict. Find your people and create something amazing that will help our planet, that will help humanity. And look for the magic, because it will be happening. Look for the synchronicities. Get your curiosity up.